Next up, we will hear from Luis Balderas Villagrana, Program Director, Venture Partners. So excited for you to be here. Luis is a dedicated professional passionate about innovation and community empowerment. His career in entrepreneurship includes roles at the Portland State University Center for Entrepreneurship, Oregon Entrepreneurs Network, TIE Oregon, Emerge, and Next Up Oregon. As a first-generation individual, Luis's journey offers him a unique perspective on the power of education and opportunity, motivating his commitment to paving the way for future innovators. This year, Ben Venture Conference is thrilled to introduce a new partnership with the BFM Fund and Venture Partners for the New Economy track, which will provide an incredible opportunity for startups focused on creating impactful technologies for marginalized communities. Please welcome Luis to the stage to tell us more about this great partnership.
Hello, everyone. Good to see you all. I actually drove from Baker City, which is 4 hours away from here. So after 10 cups of coffee, driving 55 miles an hour, almost hitting 3 cows, you're welcome, Corey. I am here to talk to you about Venture Partners in the BFM Fund. Like the introduction said, I come from a small town in Eastern Oregon. I went to school at Portland State. I studied political science. During my time at Portland State, I really got involved in the entrepreneurship center, and so I fell in love with helping founders, helping student founders. After my graduation, I wanted to work in venture capital. I submitted hundreds of applications to be an associate at a fund. I got 100 rejections. And the reason was I had a political science background. One email actually said, "Sorry, bro, you're in the wrong field. Good luck." That was one of the response. And so I ended up working for OEN for a couple of years, helping Amanda Oborn grow the organization and take it to the next level. And after 2 years, I wanted to continue working in venture capital, and I was having, again, a difficult time. Himalaya Rao, managing director of the BFM Fund, reached out to me and said, "Hey, I am launching this pilot of cohorts focused on getting people from non-traditional backgrounds, not Stanford, Berkeley backed, into venture capital as associates." I'm like, yes, let's do it. So I was part of the first cohort. I was the first one to get a job right in the middle of the fellowship with TIE Oregon, where I spent a year doing due diligence, sourcing companies, and networking. After that, Himalaya reached out to me and said, "Hey, Venture Partners got some funding from the state of Oregon, and we want you to come in and lead the organization." I, of course, said yes right away. And I've been working with Venture Partners since last year, July. Himalaya had been volunteering her time, and so this is the first full-time employee of the organization. And she basically told me, "It's yours. I volunteer my time, take it where you want to go." I created a new structure for the fellowship, which brings both education, real-world experience, and certification. The past two cohorts were made up of 5 to 8 fellows just from Oregon. During my time in the last 6 months in 2024, we were able to grow up to 35 fellows in this cohort. They are representing 20 states across the country, all the way from New York, all the way to Louisiana and Oregon, of course, and we actually have one fellow from here, from Bend, Oregon. We also have representation from India and Singapore, and at the beginning we had representation from the UK. So we have become kind of a worldwide organization of individuals trying to get into venture capital. Our fellowship is built on 5 phases. The first one is they write a white paper on a specific VC topic that then is published in different mediums and in a Venture Partners magazine. The second is they get general education, which is created by the community, both in Portland and the VC space across the country, talking about different topics within venture capital. Next, they actually get a certificate in venture finance from VC University, which is backed by Berkeley. And phase 4 is for what I'm here today. They get to experience the real world and work in venture capital through an internship or a partnership like this with BVC. For the internships, we have over 35 VCs across the country who are working with our fellows currently. We are really excited, all the way from Techstars, UNICEF, Generator, all across the country. And one of them is also BVC, who we partnered with this year. And the collaboration is between Venture Partners and the BFM Fund founding manager, Himalaya Rao, where we want to take now the learnings from the VC space and actually invest capital into companies. And so we have partnered with BVC to introduce a new economy track, which will be presented in October. So this track focuses on individuals and companies that have had a hard time getting capital based on a lot of different factors. They can be BIPOC, women, LGBT, all those things. And this track really is focused on not just their demographical background, but also the tech and the industry they're in. And so when they apply for this track, they have to meet requirements that sets them up to be the next national leaders in entrepreneurship and as companies. And so with this track, it's not, there is impact in what you're investing, but it's also about the next company that will be exiting 10 times multiple. Where Venture Partner comes in, our fellows are going to be doing that due diligence on the companies that apply for this track to give them real-world experience and make recommendations to the BFM fund on who should be the 4 finalists presenting at BVC, giving them the real-world experience they need to go out there. And that's why we're here today. We want you to share this new track with your community. We want to see a lot of companies from Oregon as well as nationwide. The partnership with the other VC funds is that they will be providing companies to apply for this track as well. So we're going to have an influx of companies nationwide, really bringing a national attention to Band Venture Conference in the fall. And we're really excited to be in partnership with BVC. And so with that, tell your friends about the new economy track, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
This is so exciting. I'm so looking forward to this track. I'm wondering, like, where are you at in the process right now? Do you have your eye on some specific companies that you think might make it through, or is it too early to tell?
So the application opened last Monday, so we are accepting applications. One of our fellows is actually taking the lead on developing that strategy of what the criteria is going to shape into be. Of course, we have the criteria here, right? But you have to put metrics on it. And so we have a captain who's going to be doing all that work. And in the next week is going to provide us with a report on what companies we're looking for and what should be on the lookout for those 4 finalists.
So exciting. Okay, questions for Luis? Anybody? Yes.
So they need to make between 100 and 900,000 in the last 12 months. Is there a time and business requirement?
Okay, so she's asking a question. They have to make between 100,000 and 900,000 the last period of time in business. Is there, do they have to have been in business for a certain amount of time?
I think it was 2014, since 2014 is what we're looking for.
10 years.
I think so.
So they've been in existence for 10 years or not earlier than 10 years?
Not earlier than 10 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Great question. Any other questions for Luis? Anybody know somebody that they want to send to the application process? Yes. Is this a question?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe I'm missing what type of investment, like a convertible note?
Oh, yeah. So what type of investment are you looking to be making in these companies?
So yes, the BFM fund will be making the investment of 100,000. The terms are to be decided by the fund. And Himalaya is also working to try and match this 100,000 with other investors across the country. And so it will be hopefully more than 100,000.
Excellent. And then did you have questions about like specifically what the terms are on those investments, or did he cover that? He's got it. Okay. Okay. Okay, good. Got it. And then I think I saw another question over on this side of the room, but maybe I imagined it. Okay, just a big smile from Kim. Love it. So is this going to be your first time at Ben Venture Conference?
This is going to be my second time. I had an amazing time last year, made so many connections, and I would say half of the partnerships that we have now are because of my attendance at BVC last year. So it's a really important conference to be at.
I think that's so well said, and I feel the same way, and I'm not an investor, and I don't have an early stage company going in, but you just meet so many people. The energy is so good, so high. It's such a wonderful, wonderful experience all the way through, and it's quite entertaining, and you learn so much. Yeah, stay hydrated. That's what I always tell people, just stay hydrated. Okay, well, Luis, we're really looking forward to having you at the conference this year. Thank you for being here tonight and giving us an update, and good luck getting through the next, 3 months, 4 months? Yeah.
That's why we have fellows to do the work
you
for
got
me.
it.
I'll just be...
Himalaya's a genius.
Yeah,
you got it. Thank you so much. Round of applause.